Hello aspirants, welcome to Vishnu IAS Academy. Hope you're all doing well. Today we have come up with a new session regarding all the doubts of your optional subject, particularly sociology. In this session we are going to have a detailed discussion on what the syllabus of sociology is going to be. Okay, what is the structured plan for you to prepare sociology successfully in the limited time for your UPSC journey, as well as what are the tips to be followed over here. So what is the scope of sociology in your for your success in UPSC journey? So kind of questions will be dealt in detail by none other than our renowned sociology faculty, Vishnu Reddy sir. So without wasting any time, let's get directly into the topic. Hello sir.
Hello ma'am.
Hi sir. Sir, actually, just now, as I have told in the introduction itself, today we are going to have a detailed session about sociology optional completely, sir. Because students, they're getting confused actually. So, how to prepare this sociology after taking this as optional? How should we allot our time, and how should we prepare ourselves for answer writing? Okay, so is it so easy subject, or is it that tough subject, or how this sociology will help us in GS subjects, especially remaining ethics, philosophical aspects, kind of things which are a part and parcel of GS kind of things should be dealt very easily, sir, so that students, they'll be getting a clear-cut understanding of how to deal with sociology successfully. So, sir.
Yes, ma'am. We'll try to address all the questions that what is there in the mindset of the students. So hopefully by the end of this session, they'll get a complete holistic picture about sociology, as well as how to prepare sociology along with the sources, book list, everything, ma'am.
Absolutely, sir. That's also very must actually.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, first and foremost, I want to ask passionately, actually, why did you choose teaching as your option, as your profession, please?
Yes, ma'am. This is something personal.
Yes.
For the first time I'm revealing. So while I was dealing with my friends in graduation, post-graduation,
sir,
I used to explain them just before the exam.
Okay.
So some of them told me that they were very good at making complex things simple, but till then the thought of teaching profession did not come to mind, ma'am.
Okay.
So
sir,
during the preparation process, so after joining in IB, after working in ISRO, so I just casually started teaching just for part-time, for hobby.
Okay.
So slowly that hobby turned into fashion, and finally it became profession.
Very nice.
And to be specific, ma'am, I believe to teach is to touch lives forever.
Wow, amazing.
Also, from sociological answer I can tell, teaching is such a noble profession which creates all other occupations.
Oh, yes sir, you're right.
So, it is teacher don't just teach a subject, ma'am. He teaches values, ethics, character, personality building. So, one of my favorite sociological quote, ma'am.
Sir.
For a willing learner, everybody is a teacher.
Wow.
Some will teach what to do, some will teach what not to do.
Very apt, sir.
So finally that hobby became fashion, fashion became profession now completely into teaching only, ma'am.
Very nice, sir. That's a very good. Sir, no matter what the era is, the place of a teacher is always a teacher. Guru is always a guru.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is very much respected in a society next to the parents. Very nice, sir.
Yes, ma'am. In sociology language, we'll say good teacher, good family becomes good nation.
Oh. Yeah, absolutely, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, very, very nice of it. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes,
so, next, one more question. Now you tell me this, sir. Sir, how come have you developed interest in sociology in particular, please?
Actually, ma'am, I'm master's in economics. So in graduation, post-graduation, we used to have a classes called library classes.
Library classes.
So every week, 2 hours, we have to go to library and we have to study a book, whatever of our choice, and we have to provide summary on the book.
Okay, sir.
So that was the curriculum. So I studied in Satsai University. There we had a very big library of 3-storied building of library only.
Okay, sir.
So compulsory every week we have to go to this 2 hours to particular whatever of our choice, select a particular book and try to provide the summary and review of the book.
Achha, okay.
So during this process, I studied first time a book called Think Like a Winner. That was the first book that I studied, ma'am. So the name of the book itself is so inspiring.
Yes, sir.
And in that book, I got attracted towards a particular word, a particular phrase, which says thoughts become things.
Yes.
So I was so much inspired by that, and I started reading related books. There I got introduced to sociological thought, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
From then onwards, the inclination towards thought process, society,
That's
social
where your
issues got
first
developed.
encounter with sociology happened in
Yes.
your life, right?
At that time, I was not knowing sociological thinkers thought,
So-
but the foundation came from the book.
Okay.
The book called Think Like a Winner. So then, as in UPSC preparation, we'll study Indian society, social justice. Again, when I looked at UPSC syllabus also, it is so inspiring. So that the reason why every day we're observing the society and we're learning so many new things every day from society.
So,
So finally, I got attracted towards sociology, or rather, sociology attracted me.
very nice, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. Sir, then finally, coming to UPSC journey, coming back to this. Sir, how come can a UPSC aspirant choose sociology as his optional?
Yes, ma'am. Why an aspirant supposed to choose sociology optional? Simply, I'll tell. First, it is very simple. Syllabus is very short, easy to understand,
Okay, sir.
highly scoring potential, 290 to 320. And in fact, if you take a sociology optional, you are not just preparing for 500, you are almost preparing for 900 marks. How I'll
How
explain,
come?
ma'am.
Yes, please.
So in GS paper 1, Indian society, 60 to 70 marks are covered. In GS paper 2, social justice, 40 to 50 marks are covered.
So,
In GS paper 3, land reforms, social issues. So the sociological perspective will provide us better answer.
okay,
Inclusive growth, poverty and employment, inequalities. Ethics is nothing but deciding what is right or wrong from society perspective.
sir. Okay.
Apart from that, in optional, 500 marks, GS paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, plus in essay, you need to get a holistic understanding of the broader framework. So sociology is going to provide us the basic framework for essay writing also.
So,
Plus in personality test, a balanced answer will be given to a contemporary issue when a question is asked.
oh, yes.
And after that, as an officer, when you are actually implementing the policies, what you studied in theory and what you face in pragmatically in the society,
So,
sociological background is going to help us.
very nice.
So thus I would say, if you have interest, social is one of the most invaluable options and highly rewarding, ma'am.
Sir. So it means that sociology will work with an aspirant during his aspirational phase as well as once he's get.
Yes, that sociological
gets
background will
selected as
continue even after the service also,
Absolutely.
even while preparing the laws, while drafting the policies, while preparing welfare policies, sociological background will be helpful.
Yes, sir. And moreover, it is very easy to prepare as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Anybody
sir.
can read it.
It's not like a technical kind of subject,
Yes.
right? So that's why people, we Indians generally, we are very much affiliated with this cultural aspect kind of things, religious,
Yes, ma'am.
spiritual. Isn't that so?
We forgot.
technical.
Now we are trying to learn again.
Yes, now as we are, it's already in our
Yes.
DNA. So now we can.
Correct,
that's why we
ma'am.
can easily sail through it. Thank
Yes.
you so much, sir, for your
Yes, ma'am.
explanation. Sir, now upon saying this, could you please explain what the syllabus of sociology is going to be in brief?
Ma'am, broadly the syllabus is mentioned in paper 1 as fundamentals of sociology.
Okay, sir.
Paper 2, Indian society, structure and change. Fundamentals of sociology consist of 10 units, ma'am.
So-
Sociology as science, sociology as subject,
Okay.
research method, thinkers, stratification, politics and society, religion and society, social change. Like the 10 units are there.
So,
So paper 1 is all about understanding the concepts from a real life example.
okay.
Rather than learning a theory, if you just try to understand the concept holistically, scientifically and logically, it will become very, very easy.
Okay.
Second paper, first part, Indian society.
Okay, sir.
How was Indian society? How is Indian society? What are the changes that we observe? So caste structure, class structure, Indian sociological thought, agrarian classes. So second part, structure of the Indian society. How villages are there, how urban areas are there. Third part of the second paper is, ma'am, social change.
Yes, sir.
Social change through education, social change through science and technology, social change through so many welfare policies.
Yes.
So application of paper 1 to Indian society is paper 2, ma'am.
Okay.
So this is in brief. Whatever you are doing every day, from morning to evening, just keep on observing and asking the questions and try to understand scientifically what is behind the reason for it. So
Yes.
that is the holistic syllabus of sociology, ma'am.
Very nice, sir. Thank you so much for giving us a brief explanation
Yes,
of the entire syllabus. And what all I understood is that even after studying sociology, an aspirant or whoever that opts this as their subject, I think they'll understand the society without misunderstanding, right?
Exactly, ma'am.
Yes.
Because of misinformation is,
Yes.
we'll try to understand the sociological problem in a correct context.
Absolutely, sir. We will just look at it with the lens of problem, but not
Yeah.
with a sense of that people are rebelling against the society, that some community is going against this community. Kind of mindset will be changed for those people who select sociology as
Exactly,
a subject,
ma'am.
right?
Rather than simply blaming the society for the problem, they also try to come up with a solution to address the social problems.
Yes, sir. Which is very, very important for
For a civil
UPSC civil servant
Yes, ma'am.
aspirant as well as civil servant too. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
That's why they'll generate that kind of patience.
Obviously.
Yes.
All that holistic mindset will be developed, so they'll understand the problem and they'll try to provide the solutions also to overcome the
Yes,
problem.
sir. We can provide the solution only when we understand the problem.
Correctly.
Thank you so
Yes,
much, sir. Very nice. Sir, now finally, as we have talked about it, could you please tell us how are you going to make sociology interesting for the aspirants
In
during
regular,
the study course?
in regular class also, ma'am,
Sir?
instead of simply telling some theory or definition,
Mhm.
I'll be asking them some events, incidents, anecdotes, stories, movies. From there, we link to our theory concept.
Oh, very
So if you just remember that example, so they'll be able to understand the essence of it and they'll be able to write it.
Simply,
sir-
you'll be interacting with the students.
Yes, a
means.
simple example, ma'am.
Please, sir.
So there is a concept called social exclusion.
Mhm.
So if you study theory, some weaker sections, marginal sections, vulnerable sections are neglected in the society.
Okay.
So I will be saying, did you watch a movie called J Beam?
Oh, yes.
Then they'll tell yes. So I'll ask them, what did you learn from the movie? Sir, injustice happened to so and so people. That is only is called as social exclusion. So similarly, have you seen Bahubali movie?
Mm.
Why only Bahubali generation will become the readers? Why not Kattappa?
Yeah.
So what is the sociological answer?
Yes.
So we'll be covering sociological theories from the real life example which we are observing.
Yes.
So the concept itself become interesting, and as long as student remembers this example, he'll be able to write the answer.
Very
He need not by heart it. He need not go for simply reproducing. If you understand the essence, that's more than enough.
Very
Ma'am.
nice, sir. Okay. So that means, you'll be narrating the lively sightings and the examples
Yes,
to,
ma'am.
to let the subject get better understandable for the students, right? Instead
Yes,
of
ma'am.
theoretically explaining them.
Linking the theories to the real life examples and stories which we are observing.
Very nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. So thank you so much, sir. So that students automatically will get enthusiastic
Yes.
knowing more and more about the
So
subject.
instead of like academic where we'll by heart the definition, so the UPSC is testing a candidate's holistic knowledge itself.
Okay, sir. This is how we are going to generate interest
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
aspirants, right? Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, after doing this, one more question. Sir, is there any smart approach for getting good scores in sociology optional, please?
Ma'am, any optional to score high marks, first you have to complete the paper. Meaning,
Yes.
we have to attempt all the
That's
questions.
inevitable anyways.
Apart from that, the easiest way for getting high marks in sociology optional is look at the syllabus,
Yes.
look at the previous year questions,
Okay.
identify the themes and headings and subheadings, try to make a notes, revise, test. When you're writing paper 1 answers, try to quote thinker's perspective, quotations. In paper 2, try to link them with the real life current affairs example from Indian society.
Okay.
So if a student is spending around 3 to 4 months regularly, daily 2 to 3 hours, so if he follows all this approach, definitely 250 to 300 marks are very easily achievable, ma'am.
Easily achievable. 300 marks still.
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice, sir.
So
Because it's
327
very
also some candidate got achieved.
Okay.
So very easy process. So if they follow this syllabus, questions, notes, revision, test continuously, religiously for 4 months.
Okay, sir. Sir, as we are talking about smart approaches, these days, aspirants in this era, especially, they are not totally, maximum, they are dependent on AI, right? Like chat GPTs and everything.
Yes,
They
ma'am.
are generating from them itself and writing it. Sir, how far can that be weighed against notes making by themselves with their own hand?
Okay, I'll give a sociological answer as well as general answer also,
Please,
ma'am.
sir, we want that.
Any technology is developed and invented to make our life comfortable.
Absolutely.
But technology is good or bad, it depends upon how we use it.
Yes, sir.
So no technology is a replacement to the human mind and human effort.
Very much true.
So AI, chat GPT can provide an answer. But if you think and reflect, you can get a better answer than the chat GPT and AI. So which means if your brain is more powerful than all this, why should you depend upon all these ready-made notes?
Sir.
So I would say use ChatGPT, use artificial intelligence just whenever you want to save the time.
Okay, sir.
But don't completely depend upon that.
Okay.
So because no technology is a complete replacement to the human resource and human brain, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Even aspirants, this era aspirants are forgetting that, that is making them lose their patience, as well as that is, chat GPT kind of things, they are not letting their brain
Yes,
to be
ma'am.
used in a complete sense.
No technology is a complete replacement, ma'am. It
Sir.
is just a complementary to our effort.
Yes, sir. Well said. Actually,
Yes, ma'am.
Especially for this, hardest kind of UPSC, kind of competitive examinations, we should try to use our brain to the maximum
Yes, ma'am.
extent.
In the
possible.
generation of iPhone and smartphones,
Yes.
we are forgetting to use something much powerful than that, something called our own human brain.
Absolutely. Well said, sir. Thank
Yes,
you so
ma'am.
much. So now coming into the subject. So actually, generally, I heard that, any kind of these subjects, there is a particular part called as thinkers, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Expressing their views and everything. Most of the people, aspirants, they say that thinkers part is quite difficult for them. So how come can you make that easy for the aspirants?
Yes, ma'am. In every optional, there is a separate chapter called thought, process, and thinkers.
Yes, sir.
See, we should not understand the thinkers concept from a by-hearting purpose or raw learning purpose. We should try to understand the circumstances, conditions in which that particular concept got developed.
Yes.
If you know the origin of the concept, you can understand it better, you'll evaluate it better.
Yes.
So simply, I'll just take an example, ma'am. So Karl Marx gave certain concepts: historical materialism, alienation, class struggle. If you just by heart the meaning and the definition, it becomes very difficult.
Okay.
Most of the students face difficulty because they're not understanding it. They're trying to reproduce and recollect it, and they're trying to a lot learning. Instead, ask the questions: what is materialism? What is historical materialism? Why the word is given to that? And in which circumstances and socio-economic conditions that got developed? And also try to understand, because of that particular thinker's decision or the contribution, what changes happened. So what we follow here, ma'am.
Sir.
So for each thinker's concept also, we will try to relate with the global society as well as Indian society also.
Okay.
So for example, to understand slave system, we have to study, ma'am.
For suppose.
Work and economic life, slave system.
Yes, sir.
So first, we will ask the question, how the human evolution started, what is traditional society, what is modern society. So in Thinkers chapter especially, rather than by-hearting it, try to understand the correct meaning of the word with the real life example and the relevance of it. So generally we follow here, ma'am, CCC approach. So which means concept of the thinker, critic of the thinker, contemporary relevance of the thinker.
Okay, sir.
So we'll be trying to develop a framework for every micro topic.
Based on these 3 C's.
Alienation. What is alienation? In which context it was told? So how it is understood? Now how it is relevant? Who criticized that?
Yes.
So if you break the topic into micro topic and follow CCC approach, thinkers will become very easy, ma'am.
Sir.
In fact, in paper 1, 100 marks will come from thinkers alone out of 250.
Out of 250.
If an aspirant gets this right approach toward the thinker and the framework, so his paper 1 preparation is almost done, man.
Very nice, sir. Almost 1/3 part.
Yes, 100 out of 250 is there.
Yes.
If they get the correct approach, so generally what happens, students try to by heart rather than going for scientific analysis. So they face difficulty.
Okay.
It is not about the subject, it is the way how it is taught and it is the way how it is presented.
Yes. So that means, the aspirant over here is supposed to use his brain to the maximum extent.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I would say in class, I will say them, less writing, more thinking.
Oh, very nice.
More writing in the answer, in the exam.
Sir. So finally, it is not as difficult as it is portrayed and as
Exactly.
the aspirants also fear of, right?
You just reflect on that for some time, you will get the reason why it is done, why
Very
it is
nice,
told.
sir. Because most of the people, they opt for by hearting itself. In case if they find any topic difficult.
I won't advise, ma'am. That's what the reason why I ask the students also, why did you select sociology optional in the first class itself?
Yes.
So you have that habit of thinking, reflecting, questioning, then sociology is going to highly reward us.
Understood, sir. Thank
Yes,
you
ma'am.
so much. So aspirants, I hope you might have got a clarity over this, right? Sir, then coming to another question. Sir, how scoring is paper 2 in sociology?
In the last so many years, ma'am, paper 2 has been highly scoring 150, 160, 170.
Hmm.
But aspirants should keep in mind
Sir.
that while writing paper 2 answer, it should not be a general studies answer. It should be a sociological answer.
Okay, sir.
What is sociological answer, sir? So generally, I advise our optional students to follow 2 framework, ma'am.
Sir.
I will give them FMCCGRR. So what is this FMCCGRR? Any question that comes in sociology optional, you try to cover that from all this. F means when you talk about family perspective, ma'am.
Okay.
What is happening to family? What are the impact of that on the family?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
M means marriage.
Marriage.
Means how earlier marriage was there. Now what is happening to marriage? What are the changes and trend that is happening because of any event?
Okay, sir.
C means 1C stands for caste, 1C stands for class.
Okay.
So what is the change in caste? Impact on class.
Yes.
And G means gender, ma'am.
Oh, sir.
So male and female. So one R stands for religion, one more R stands for rural and urban.
Very nice.
So any topic, if you're able to analyze from this approach,
should be seen through this lens.
And if you're able to write one point from this perspective, that becomes sociology answer.
Oh, very nice.
So suppose they're asking, what is the impact of COVID-19 on Indian society? So write one point from all these dimensions. That is a sociology answer.
Very nice, sir. That's yeah. You have simplified it
Yes,
to the
ma'am.
maximum extent as
In
it can
fact,
be.
in second paper, students with little bit understanding and they're following newspaper and current affairs, they can score high marks compared to paper 1, ma'am.
Anyways, you'll be guiding them, right?
Yes.
How to follow the current affairs.
Including current affairs and dynamic part of second paper also.
Yes, sir. Because
Yes,
most
ma'am.
of the aspirants are worried on this aspect only, that how we are supposed to link current affairs.
In regular class itself, I'll be linking current affairs, ma'am. Even when I start work and economic life chapter, I'll be telling about them 72 hours a work week, 92 hours a work week. So they'll be able to very easily relate to the what is happening in society also.
Understood, sir. Thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much, sir. So now coming to one of the crucial questions, how can an aspirant link paper 1 and paper 2 while studying it?
So if you observe carefully, paper 1 and paper 2 syllabus, ma'am,
So,
there are some interrelated chapters, we call it as. So in paper 1, there is something called stratification and mobility.
okay.
In paper 2, there is something called social classes in India.
Okay, sir.
Both are interrelated topics.
Okay.
And in paper 1, there is something called politics and society. In same paper 2, there is politics and society in India.
Okay.
So in paper 1, religion and society, again in paper 2, religion and society in India.
Okay.
So first I'll ask the aspirant, observe and make out what are the common chapters. Let's do integrated preparation while preparing itself.
Okay.
Only difference is, in paper 1, we'll try to cover from global perspective and thinker's perspective.
Yes.
Second paper will focus and apply that to specifically to Indian society and live current affairs example from newspapers.
Okay.
So that the integrated preparation will happen for paper 1 as well as paper 2, and they will get interlinking concept also,
Sir.
which will help in getting better answer, ma'am.
Oh, nice approach, sir. Very nice. So that, it is an easy bridge for them.
Yes,
to
they don't
start
feel
paper
theory
one
is separate, they don't feel application is different,
Yeah.
they can associate.
Yes.
For example, an UPSC aspirant committed suicide recently. So immediately the sociology optional student should remember types of suicide, a mild Durkheim suicide theory,
Okay.
anomic suicide, egoistic suicide, fatalistic suicide. So then they'll be able to know, oh, this is paper 1, this is paper 2, and they can interlink better, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Very nice, sir. Practical application.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, too good. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, now that as we have discussed that paper 2 is mostly related to current affairs and everything, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, how dynamic is sociology as a subject?
Paper 2, especially, ma'am, specific to Indian society, social change. This part is dynamic because we are observing so many changes in our society in terms of food habits, dress habits, culture,
Absolutely.
technology, religion.
Yes.
So we keep hearing so many new trends.
Yeah.
Sanskritization, westernization, modernization, globalization. So there we'll try to link them with the real life examples and current affairs. In fact, we'll be providing compilation of all the current affairs related to second paper also to the students.
Okay, sir.
So that it is ready made,
Yes.
instant ready to eat.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That is very much essential, sir, during these
So that
days.
their score potential will increase further in
and they'll
second
save a
paper.
lot of time also.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Instead of
that's
student
very
collecting
important.
the data and compilation, we'll be providing them.
That is very nice. Thank you so much, sir, for
ma'am.
saving students in this aspect.
True, ma'am.
Sir, now coming to the very important aspect of an optional subject, could you please tell us about answer writing in sociology? How long does it take? Because most of the pressure on a student is about answer writing, and that too on optional subject.
Yes, ma'am. That's the reason why we'll start answer writing practice from day one itself. Every day in the class, 5:45 to 6 is allocated for daily answer writing practice.
Yes, sir.
6 to 8, our regular class will go on.
Yes, and you know, most of the aspirants are getting confused regarding this question itself, whether to start the answer writing once we are done with the syllabus or once we are done with the topic,
Yes,
or
ma'am.
or can we go side by side?
To simplify this doubt only, what I'm trying to do in the class, I'll be giving a question framework. I'll be giving a broad framework of the answer also.
Okay, sir.
So students have to use this broad framework and have to start
Acha,
writing
you will
practice.
be only giving the framework for the answer as well.
Initially, ma'am.
Initially,
To
okay,
get that mindset.
Acha, okay.
So as our topic progresses, from the topic itself, I'll be giving you a question.
In order to ease the
And I'll
tension.
ask them what way we can frame this answer.
Acha, okay.
So slowly, the process of answer writing becomes regular, ma'am. So by the time they complete 1 week or 2 weeks, they'll understand, they'll get the framework.
Yes.
After that, I won't be giving the framework. I'll be giving only the question. After that, model answer. And the best answer we'll be trying to discuss with the students along with the previous year questions.
Will you be making the aspirants to write the answer on daily basis or?
Daily, ma'am.
on
Daily answer writing will be there. After completion of the micro topic, sectional test also will be there. Topic based test also will be there. Overall test also will be there.
Okay, so that you know they'll be highly refined by the time you know.
Yes,
they'll
ma'am.
be
Just like
giving
weekly
the
test,
mains
monthly
exam.
test,
That is
quarterly
very
test,
important,
half-yearly
sir.
test. Similar to that only, we will try to build up the answer writing skills,
That's
ma'am.
very, very important. Thank
So
you.
Monday to Friday classes, every Saturday obviously test will be there.
Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Sir, finally, asking a very important question. What is the book list for sociology, sir? Could you please tell us?
Different toppers suggested different book lists, ma'am.
So,
I would suggest less luggage more comfortable. So for paper 1, we have Essential Sociology by Nitin Sangwan Volume 1 and Sociological Thinkers by Ridger.
so,
So these two will be enough. But if candidate feels in a particular topic he needs more deeper understanding, occasionally, so selectively he can refer Arlamus, not the complete book.
okay, sir.
So plus IGNO BA material for value addition.
IGNO BA material.
And coming to paper 2, ma'am, Indian Sociological Thought BK Nagla, Modernization of Indian Tradition by Yogendra Singh.
So,
Apart from that, Essential Sociology by Nitin Sangwan, 2nd volume is there.
okay, sir.
Plus IGNO BA material and current affairs related to sociological issues.
Sir.
Plus our class notes.
Okay, sir.
So I would suggest select the resources wisely and revise them multiple times rather than going for multiple resources.
That is
ma'am.
very essential, sir, actually.
Yes,
instead
ma'am.
of going through each and every book that is available in the market. Sir, then what about, can you suggest any of the books for value addition for those candidates who cannot afford coaching? Because
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So online itself we have eGyan course.
eGyan.
So, eGyan course is actually the compilation of the material by IGNO University.
Okay, sir.
Apart from that, there is something called sociological blogs which are available.
Okay, sir.
Economic and political weekly is also available in the market.
Economic.
And every month Kurukshetra Yojana summary will come back. Most of this articles will be on sociological issues.
Okay, yes.
So all this will be value addition for an answer writing and as well as for optional as well as GS answer writing.
Very nice, sir.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us valuable suggestions
Yes, ma'am.
holistically on sociology subject.
So one announcement from our side, sociology batches already started from June 9th. Basics are going on. So admissions are in progress.
Yes, sir.
So try to take this opportunity and come and join our sociology course. So let's be part of social change to bring the transformation in the society. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, sir. So, aspirants, I hope most of your doubts have been clarified regarding sociology by Vishnu, sir. So, if you're having any doubts, please do contact us by contacting the number that has been displayed over here, and we'll be very, very happy to clarify all your doubts. Okay. So, on this note, we are wrapping up this session. Have a great day. Bye.